Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. We're over here in Colony 9 because I did a little something that we'll get to at the end of the video. But one thing I did want to point out is, yeah, we have some new Collectpedia cards to fill in here. Because we did that quest at Keves Castle. So let's hit up these three.
We just had to persevere.
There you go, you three. And that gives us a bunch more affinity there, so...
Not liking the look of that sky.
Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and get back to Keves Castle, because, that's where, another one of our, quests are. So, let's head over here. I think we're looking for info again. But basically, what I did, and, I think I'm going to start doing for these final episodes here, at the end of the video, I'm going to be reading a bunch of dialogue that I got. I basically went all the way through Colony 9 and got every single update from every single character. And I basically just took a screenshot log of them, so I could do the actual walking around and finding everyone off screen, and then we can just read the dialogue through the screenshots. That way, I don't have to spend so much time in videos trying to find everyone. I can find them on my own time, and then we can just go through all the dialogue together. I think that's a good way to handle it, given the sheer girth of content in this game. So, there is a quest over there, but that's not what I'm looking for. The info should be hanging out around here somewhere. There's not a lot of characters just hanging out in general here. Of course, if I see some on screen, I will talk to them, like Farod here. Thought we might be able to come up with a plan if we studied Ouroboros and Mobius' past battles. Could you give us access to your records? We really want to help you guys. I don't think we've been keeping anything like that, mate. You haven't? Why the spark would you not? We didn't exactly have the time to jot down notes in the heat of battle. Yeah. Fair enough. There's some info, that's what I need. Hey, Winona. Ryder. Look at you, all together. I was just on my way to get in some extra training with Clitoral Squad, you know, for a rematch. Or at least that's what I wish I could tell you. I've actually been given a new mission. Currently chasing up rumors of underground descent against the castle. Now there's some kind of shady business going down in one of our ether mines, but not the specifics. Seems there's a chain of command outside of the guard regiment hindering the investigation. Goodness, sorry, I'm sure you don't want to hear about all that. Just pretend you didn't hear it, I wouldn't look into it too deeply. Though you're free to do as you wish, of course. Well, you can't just tell us that and then expect us not to do something. The question is, where's the other info fragment here? Ah, here it is. Okay, there's Heath. I must have walked, like, right past you. Sorry. Heard some pretty weird things about an ether mine near the castle. They're saying one of the soldiers is skimming off resources to reignite the war with Agnus. I don't think there's a lick of truth in it, personally. I know the guy in charge over there, Gustav. We trained together back in the day. He's the most straight-laced fellow you ever met. Can't imagine him ever going against castle orders. Rumblings at the mine. Yeah, I mean, a potential restart of the war between Agnus and Keves is pretty serious, Noah, I would say. I would say that is indeed pretty serious.
Let's lay out the facts.
Alrighty. What are your thoughts on the ether mine that Heath and Winona mentioned? The one that would kick off the war with Agnus again. Wasn't Winona looking into it? Figured she had stuff under control. Don't doubt that someone of her caliber knows what she's up against, still. What's weighing on you? We may be on good terms with her, but she seemed very happy to divulge classified information like it was nothing. There was that stuff about being blocked by another chain of command. You think maybe she was trying to hint that she needs some backup? The guard reports directly to the Queen. Who else could be pulling the strings? Well, we know her investigation's come to a standstill. I bet the power structures in the castle are a part of the reason why. That'll be the reason she could only talk about it in such a roundabout way. She couldn't openly ask for our help. This is all still guesswork, but it does make sense. Why does everything have to be so cloak and dagger? Just ask, for crying out loud. Think it's time we played in my house call. Detective Lance is on the case. Yeah, we don't want to restart the war with Agnus, even by accident. Question. Where's the ether mine again? Can't believe I have to work with you. The ether mine is near the freight entrance where we entered Keves Castle. That's where we're heading, just as soon as we're ready. Yeah, I've been there a few times to gather some things. A dark cloud. That's a lot of people's favorite game on the PS2. And I remember I emulated the first game for a bit, but I rented the second game way back in the day. But I was a stupid kid, and I remember I got stuck. So I never got too far into Dark Cloud 2. But I know people love Dark Cloud 2. There's so many like old JRPGs like that I missed out on when I was younger because I was a stupid child. That I would love to play on the channel someday.
Shall we deal with this?
Someday. Go away. Go away. Why are you even fighting me anyway? I'm on your side, idiot.
I'll take you all.
I've fixed the problems at the castle. You're supposed to be helping me. Okay, they left me alone. Good. My god, why are you still aggroing on me? I'm here to help you. Sorry to just appear out of the blue like this, but would you happen to be in charge of this mine? Yeah, I'm the superintendent. So you're still operating even now the flame clock's broken? Right, the castle couldn't exactly stop providing colonies with ether cylinders. We've been scraping together every drop of energy we could find. Working flat out, we are. Changing the subject a bit, but have you heard any of these rumors that this mine's preparing for war with Agnus? Huh, that's a good one. We're way too busy for war with Agnus. I see, it was the guard who were saying it though. Seemed like pretty solid info. Guard, you're serious? Well, that's something. Just to make sure, do you mind if we take a look around the mine? Yeah, go ahead. Look around as much as you want. Don't expect you'll find anything, though.
Good to add more names.
Gather info by the mine, eh? Hey, castle soldier. The manifest doesn't match up to the delivery numbers again. Ether mine check. Is it just one person acting on their own here? Why are you all aggroing on me? It's so weird that these enemies are still aggressive. I'm doing a quest with them. And they're trying to murder me. I guess, I don't know, this is a very good place to collect ether, and maybe they didn't want you able to collect ether here super easily. This is where I always come to collect ether, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me from a story standpoint for you all to still be aggressive while I'm here actively working with you. Odd. What's this shipping container got? Hold up, we got shiny new ether cylinders jammed in here. God, my voice, please. Intriguing. Why put it somewhere like this? Are they hoarding? Is there like a rebel group hoarding ether cylinders for themselves?
Come at me. I'll take you all on.
No, leave me alone, actually. I would rather you just not.
Enemies! I'll hold them off!
Why are they aggroing on me? Just go away. Oh my god, okay, are you ready to taste this unlimited sword? Let's go. Let's see what you got, nerd. You want to die? Yeah, we are going to tear it all down. I'm trying to work with you, doofus. I know this isn't an auto-lev. Keves doesn't have them.
This is our path to the
Some idiot is in there like, oh, it's the Ouroboros. I gotta kill him. They're changing the delivery location for the cylinders? Why do these requests keep coming out of the blue? Yeah, someone's up to some shit with these cylinders.
Interesting news.
Okay. Okay. Someone's up to some shady shit. And we are going to find out what that shady shit is. Let's go to the tap dancing Nopon. And see what we got here. Uh-huh. Yeah, it is so weird that those characters are still aggroing on me.
Break, guys.
It's very odd. It's not like there's enemies around like Agnus Castle that still aggro on me, except for the rebel group. That makes sense. Something real shady about that Gustav bloke. Heath from the guard said he wouldn't go against castle orders, though. Even so, it's hard to imagine a mine supervisor losing track of so much ether. Yeah, they're clearly hoarding it. A very scatterbrained person, then. Yeah, the scatterbrain. So if we're not mistaken, he's turning a blind eye to all of it? Or maybe he really intends to restart the war with Agnus. It's not all that far-fetched, given the current climate. Either way, we should report back to him about what we found, yeah? If he's playing dumb, we might even get him to spill the beans. Yeah, let's talk to Gustav again. Alrighty. We're gonna go interrogate you again. Are you the reason all of them are aggroing on me? Are you like, hey guys, the Ouroboros just came by, and they're investigating our ether embezzling. So I'm gonna need you guys to kill them. Don't ask any questions. I know they're very high level compared to you, and you stand not a rat's ass of a chance, but Do it anyway. Please leave me alone. I'm giving you the opportunity to stay alive.
I've got to keep their
Okay, thank you. I was just about to murder you. There you are. So, did you find anything? Nothing that particularly stood out. But we did find that the number of ether cylinders didn't equal what was earmarked for the castle. They were in another place. Would you know anything about that? What? That sounds... out with it. You've been skimming them off, haven't you? Excuse me? No, not at all. But the numbers discrepancy is definitely a problem. I'll look into it forthwith. I promise to get to the bottom of it in double quick time. I will waste no time in bringing the attention of our Spectre in charge at once. There he goes. It'll be hard to bring him to justice without conclusive evidence. Yeah, but it's not like we didn't achieve something. You mentioned an inspector. Yeah, that's the boss of this operation, the one trying to fan the flames? More speculation. We lack the evidence to come to such a conclusion. If they make a move, it should mean changes for Forte Verbis. Let's keep an eye out for anything out of the ordinary. Yeah, next time let's catch them in the act. Right, we won't let them get away with this. At the end of that quest? Oh wow, okay, well that was a fast one. No hard evidence was found, but pay close attention to any suspicious activity from the inspector. Rumblings at the fort. We have one more thing about that now. Okay, well let's go get back to Overbus and see if we can find anything else here. So yeah, that was one of the quests, and then this next one is an immediate follow-up to that. Yeah. Okay, so you need to gain the second piece of info by gathering info at Keves Castle at noon. Noon specifically? Oh god, really? That is weird. I might need some help on this. Oh, it doesn't have to be noon. Man, what's it with Xenoblade guides being like some of the most inconsistent things, I swear. Probably the girth of content. What's the inspector doing out in a place like this at night? There we go. Cool. Alrighty, so now we just get back to the tap dancing Nopon and see what we can do here. Yeah, that thing I was looking at specifically said noon. I know from watching Chugga Conroy play Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 that Xenoblade Chronicles, for some reason, guides for them
We could do with some food.
are incredibly inconsistent and all over the place with the accuracy of their
We
information.
need to discuss
It probably
this.
just is because of how much there is. Gustav Chappie, he's guilty as they come, whichever way you slice it. Yeah, he was still feigning innocence, but those dubious ether cylinders speak volumes. Furthermore, if we take into account the new information we acquired from the fort, I don't think we're wrong. Speaking of juicy details, what about the guy who saw the castle inspector on the path under the fort in the dead of night? Wait, what? This thing keeps getting shadier and shadier. Can't be much underground besides the storehouse, right? Something certainly smells distinctly Piscean. Well, those are about all the clues we have. Shall we go and snoop around the basement storehouse? Let's snoop! Come on, Mission Impossible. Let's solid snake it. Noah? Noah? Noah!
Let's bounce.
I love the sound effect of when you get caught in Metal Gear Solid. There's something so incredibly pleasing about it. I'd love to play all the MGS games too someday. I have a lot of things I want to play. Will it ever actually come to fruition? Will I ever have the opportunity to? Who knows? I did get the opportunity to play Paper Mario on the channel, so there's a chance. Is this door supposed to open? I guess I gotta go the other way around? By that ladder over there? I suppose so. I thought we would just be able to walk in that way, but yeah, no, I remember that. Got no memory of what happened here recently. It's like I just slept through it. More info? Probably have the console to thank for that. Consoles. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the consoles, the idea of them like wiping your memory, or just when they control you and then you don't remember what you did while you were controlled. Alrighty. So yeah, we gotta take this shady path through here. I've been down here before. And yeah, there was a treasure chest in here as well. That is right. It's down here. Yeah. Okay, this door. Finally. I can get in here. Ominous music. There's my treasure chest. Oh yeah, there's some embezzling. Wait, is this? Hey, who are you? Gustav, you shit. What do we have here? What are you all doing here? Gustav. It's like all those missing ether cylinders accumulated themselves here. Very interesting. What? No, you just came blundering in here right as I was about to investigate this whole affair. Yeah, cut the crap. No point playing a different tune now. What's so funny? Well, if you know this much, there's only one thing for it. You filthy... We'll defeat you for Keves. Wipe you out. Okay, more people that can't get over the fact that they're not at war anymore. More people that are still stuck in the old ways. Revolutionaries! Alright. Well, Gustav, you know what else is pretty revolutionary? This sword that I have right here. Pretty nuts. You should try it out. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Isn't it nuts? I just can't believe that this exists. I legit feel like this is the most busted thing I've ever had in a game in my life. Like, I don't know, it feels more busted than things like Peril Mario even. It's just absurd. Wow, after all that talking the talk, is that all the walk you can walk? Grr. Okay, now spill it. What are you planning to do with these ether cylinders? You really don't know? Traitors. Who are the traitors now? Come off it. Weren't you Ouroboros originally Kevesi? And aren't you palling around with our nemesis Agnus? If that's not treachery, then I guess you'll just have to get me a dictionary. Oh yeah, and you want to know what I'm planning, yeah? Well, I'm planning to use these bad boys to fuel an army of Levnuses and send them straight to Agnus with my regards. What the snuff? You want to keep on fighting this war single-handedly? Correct, until Agnus is finally crushed. Oh my god, why? Is that really what you want? Come again. He'd said you were very sensible, not someone who wanted bloodshed. What does that naive little fool know about justice? I'll ask again, is this really what you want? What you're going to do will hurt the people who believe in you too. Is that really justice? What do you want to destroy Agnus for? Shut up! Don't underestimate the castle inspector. I have friends in... I'm like the highest place possible, friend. I'm like up there with the queen and shit. I don't care what kind of friends you got in high places. Stop right there. Everyone freeze. What's the guard doing here? What do you think? Gustav, in the name of the queen, you're under arrest. Oh, look, they made it. Thank you for helping secure that seditious element. Really, it's fine. It was more of a happy accident, I guess. We'll return the favor one day. So, case closed? Yes, sir. Still a matter of returning the ether cylinders, though. What's the matter, Tyon? Gustav said that he wanted to provoke war by means of an army of Levnuses, didn't he? Yeah? So those would be auto-levs then. They'd have to be, wouldn't they? He prepared very carefully. I assume he'd calculated victory based on numbers. Which would mean that this amount of ether cylinders wouldn't have sufficed. I mean, this isn't all of them? It's possible he's already transported some. I'm also not seeing any of the Levnuses in question, which is worrying. So if we don't catch this castle inspector twerp, there's gonna be trouble, yeah? So all of their forces were in here. But there's more than one castle inspector. We have no idea which one it is. Yeah, that's pretty bad. While we're dithering here, they're still preparing for war. And shall we talk to a castle inspector we do know? Ah, Ulrich. We can definitely trust him, and he knows everyone. Let's get to Agnus Castle straight away before it's too late. Okay. Yeah, this is getting pretty sinister here.
I hope we can make use of this.
Pretty wild.
This is something decent.
Some stuff. Finally got another treasure chest. I want to go over here because can I open this door from this side? Oh, it's just open now. Okay, cool. Well, let's go talk to, Ulrich. Well, this is an interesting, quest line. There's so many people that are still stuck to the old ways of doing things, where they just have this weird, unfounded hatred for Agnus. Hey everyone, let me thank you for what you... Sorry, Ulrich, something really urgent's come up. What? What could have possibly happened? Some shit's going down, Ulrich. What even? Castle Inspector is plotting an invasion of Agnus? Please tell us it's not you. Of course it's not me. If I were to do something so reckless, it would ruin my entire life's work. We know you want peace with Agnus, so we were hoping you'd help us. But, of course. So in other words, you came here to ask me if I had any inkling as to who this ringleader amongst the inspectors is. You're a smart boy, so how's about it? Here, let me think. Of all the castle inspectors I know, is there anyone who'd do something like that? Is this a dead end? Sorry. Look, how about this? I have another idea. A new castle inspector scheduled to transfer here today. A new one? That's right, she was approved for my Agnus reconciliation policy and by all accounts is a brilliant inspector. Why don't you talk to her? Sure, we can do that. That's what you recommend, Ulrich. She should be arriving any time now. They arranged for the floodgate to be open, so... Oh! What was that? Explosion at the port! Are we under attack? What's going on? The port, then... Hey, not so fast. Uh-oh, yeah, the inspector's the one, yeah.
Some relations have changed.
Luciona, is that you? Oh wow, yeah, look at how evil as shit you look. Well, we know who it is. Oh my god, devoted follower of Luciona. Yeah, you look evil as all hell. Look at that evil smile. Okay. Well, we got a name. Okay, let's get to the port. At the funicular. I love that word, it's so cool. It's a word that sounds like it's not, like, a serious word, you know? Like, when you hear funicular, you're like, that sounds like a carnival ride, but no, it's actually a real word that's used. Basically just an elevator. That goes up an incline. Listen to this music. Bum 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 bum. This makes me want to be on a pirate ship. I don't know why. What's this? Keves and Agnus is... No, this can't be happening. Save the chat, we've got enemies to take out. Do I have to kill all of them? Oh, wow, I actually do. Huh. Ooh, they are not low level either. Well, hello. I mean, they're still gonna go down fairly easily because of this, but... Yeah, this is the whole thing. Alright, that should be it. And Lange just acquired Monica's class, cool. Oh man, yeah, that was a lot. That was a whole lot of enemies. I honestly think Unlimited Sword is probably cutting the time of this LP down so much just because of how quickly I can kill those things. It would have taken quite a while. I would have been here for a while doing that, otherwise, but it took me like 5 minutes. Inspector Luciona, what is the meaning of this? You can't be the mastermind behind this invasion of Agnus. I see the Ouroboros managed to follow their noses this far. How extremely irritating. I can't believe we went to all that trouble to find her when she just showed up here on her own. How could such a brilliant inspector do such a thing? On the contrary, Inspector Ulrich, you are the one who has forgotten his duty. You swore an oath of fealty to the Queen, and instead here you are, you venomous turncoat Haspar, betraying Keves. I haven't betrayed anyone. Everything I've done is for the sake of Keves' future. Ever since I heard about your reconciliation plan, I knew I had to destroy you with my own hands. And you, Ouroboros, you're stained with the sin of insurgency as well. But Inspector Luciona... Stand back, Ulrich, we'll take it from here. Alright, let go. You're in, I forget what this particular Levnus is actually called. Centurion? Gastrades. Where am I getting Centurion from? I don't think there's even one called Centurion. But, alrighty. So, oh, I just, on habit, pulled this out. These things are not too terribly powerful. They do have a pretty scary attack, but nothing too wild. You're a unique enemy, right? So I can't just kill you by getting the Doom proc, I don't believe. So this one's actually going to be a real fight here. Tachyon Slash is just way too good. Heat Injection, yeah, that's the one I'm scared of. That attack's pretty spooky. Boom. Yeah, see, you're quite tanky, actually. Alrighty. Well, we should start grabbing some buffs and stuff, I think. Ow. Well, there goes my unlimited sword. That's the problem with it. It's not that busted in extended fights. When there's extended fights, its viability goes down a whole lot. But I'm trying to decide if I want to do this chain attack or not. If I could get to Interlink level 3, I think I would rather do that. Interlink just does so much damage. You can kind of just wear the enemy down that way as well. Could we get a smash here? Ah, there's another break. If we could get a daze, I could get a burst as well. There's my Interlink level 3. If only we could get a launch and everything. Oh well. But yeah, like I said, Interlink form, you can just do so much damage with it. Like that. And if you do a few of those, oh boy. The damage just piles on. Bang. Bang. Boom. And right before I go out of Ouroboros form, I might just do the chain attack so we can get an Ouroboros chain attack here. There we go. So we should be... There we go. Yeah, see, this is what I want to see. Wonderful. And we already start with high damage and everything. Alright. Not quite enough to kill, but you're toppled. And you should be dying pretty soon here. Alrighty. You lasted a little bit longer, but nothing too wild. I'm gonna be very intimidated by these, like, crazy unique monsters that the game wants us to fight. That's gonna be scary. Because I'm imagining they're gonna have something in place to counter a lot of the OP strategies that I could use. So that'll be something to worry about when the time comes. And dead. Here we are. Okay, now the case is closed. This case certainly, but... I'm so sorry. I was blinded to her true intentions and have caused an awful lot of trouble for you and the people of Agnus. Not your fault, Ulrich. This could have happened at any time. The grudges between Agnus and Keves go deeper than any of us thought. You're right, of course. It's sad, but that's the truth. Giving up now would be giving Inspector Luciano what she wants. It's clear, looking at you, that there's a non-zero possibility of reconciliation. I have to try to put this reconciliation policy into action for both Keves and Agnus. You're a good person, Ulrich. We'll do anything we can to help, Ulrich. Ulrich's a good lad. Quest complete. The party put a stop to Inspector Luciano's plot. As a result, Ulrich now feels that coexistence between Agnus and the city is an absolute must. There we go. Luciana, dead. Dead. That's the update.
I see some relations have changed.
Alrighty. Well then, I think now, as far as the quest list goes, we have one and two quests left, I think. Yeah, I think we just have two side quests left for this chapter, which I'll probably try and get done next time. Why don't we go ahead and read a little bit of the dialogue that I got here. Like I said, this was Colony 9 people, so... first we got Kite. So basically what I did is I took a picture of each person, and then I took a picture of every single bit of dialogue they had. Hills are pretty awesome when you stop to think about it. It's a chance to create life from the ground up. And us, we've learned to nurture life instead of taking it. Yes, I see that I'm looking at the face of a nurturer. It's just so... I mean, when you care for something so deeply, the feelings just well up, you know? Yeah, Xeon got it right when he decided to start working on these fields. I gotta acknowledge that. And then we got Earl. Hey, I just pulled up a bunch of spuds. You should eat some before you go. They'll give you mad strength. Get out there with a gut full of our lovingly grown Colony 9 taters, and there's no way you're losing against Mobius. Pollux. Eastman's been bursting with energy lately. Gotta say, I like this version of him. Oh, really? How can you tell? I've known him for Ponyo's years, and I never thought such an impatient dude would get sucked into agriculture so fast. Commander's been good enough to make time to talk to each of us personally. It's part of the reason why, so I work hard for the colony and for myself. Carrie? Getting to know Earl a lot better than before. Our visit to Colony Mio helped speed that along. Yeah. Talking about, the Earl over there in Colony Mio and all that. It's cute, their little relationship. I was really impressed by how much he knew about crops. Not only that, but he's a great teacher, too. Yeah, Earl's going to be a great asset in spreading potato cultivation. Still, but he's going to need a bit of protection, right? That's right, but no worries. Whatever comes his way, I've got him covered. Garvel? They're hanging out over here. How are you finding life in Colony 9, Garvel? I'm knee-deep in the mud every snuffing day. Not much of an upgrade from all that sand at Colony 4. That and the lieutenant keeps stopping by to check up on me, like I'm some kind of criminal or something. You know the worst part? He's just so sparkin' friendly. Who's he think he is, gabbing on like he knows us? This one's interesting because there were 2 bits of dialogue from Garvel here, and you see a complete 180 in his opinion on Kite. Watch this. Kite's a real top guy. It's obvious that he holds all the troops in the colony. It's obvious that all the troops in the colony hold him in high esteem. Wonder if I could become a guy like that someday. First off, you're complaining about him and saying snuff this and snuff that, then you're like, oh, you know what, he's pretty cool. It was just funny how complete 180 that happened. Oh yeah? Hey, what's that face you're making? Okay, yeah, laugh it up, why don't you? Hoop, here? Yeah, I actually missed one bit of dialogue on accident because I actually double pressed. Basically what Hoop said is, Hoop was worried, about Layla. And then Lan said, you gotta watch out for him, mate. Yeah, I will. I don't think Garvel's really fitted out for that particular task. Colony 9 can be pretty cushy, you know? Looks like everyone rubs along, nicely together, too. Tending fields together is a sight better than constant war, I'll tell you that. Hard to believe we were ever embroiled in all that. And then Layla. Figures Garvel's gonna end up bumping heads with the folks around here. Now he's making us look bad by association. I just want to bury my head in the sand. The console goal, and at first I didn't really know what to do with myself. I'm not so bothered now, though. Turns out it's actually kind of fun to find out for myself what I'm capable of. And since Garvel became leader and brought me in, I've really started to see myself in a new light. And then Xeon, I think you're the last person I talked to here. We've been able to learn so much from the spongy spuds. Still, I dare say there are other crops that could be leveraged for a similar result. We'll be able to deepen our understanding if we collaborate with Colony Tau, too. Juniper and Kite would love that, I'm sure. Indeed. I think our alliance will bear plenty of fruit. I'm looking forward to it. And then, yeah, we got an update on the affinity chart here. Frequent confidants between Xeon and Juniper. And, that's the last thing, because the next thing is, some Mario stuff. So, there we go. Those are all the characters that I could get updates from in Colony 9. I'll probably do that with other colonies for each episode, basically, until we've caught up on everyone. So, yeah, hope you've enjoyed this episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I'll see you next time for some more.